On the previous video, we talked about Vader's most embarrassing defeat and how he was shown up in front of Palpatine on the remote world of Ostor at the hands of the separatist holdouts. However, Vader was vengeful for what happened to him, and on this remote world, he would prove to the galaxy just how malignant a Sith Lord could be. Following Vader's second air assault on the holdout, Commander Hock was captured by the separatist leaders and nursed back to health. For some reason, the holdout gave the clone free roam of the base, perhaps sensing the futility of their efforts, knowing that it was inevitable and that the Empire would eventually storm the city. The leaders of the holdout attempted to convince Hock of the Empire's wrongdoing and that their invasion had destroyed a peaceful society, but Hock didn't believe them and found a way to shut down the city energy shield emitters. This allowed the Imperials to bombard the city using their fleet. As well as this, seeing that the defences were down, Vader began a land assault with the remaining clone forces. Interestingly enough, as Vader and the clones arrived, Commander Hock was doing away with the mad clone Kadak. Vader then assisted Hock from the ground and continued the attack. The Imperials stormed the front gate. The city was in flames from the air assault, however the Separatists persisted, continuing the fight despite the fact that their defeat was imminent. This angered Vader even more. Their persistence had cost him time. He wanted nothing more than to leave this backwater world and continue pursuing the remaining Jedi. Vader and his clones butchered everyone on the streets. At this point it was mostly civilians that remained, unarmed and posing no threat. However, it made no difference. Vader cut them down. Eventually, Vader butchered his way through the leadership. They fell quickly without even drawing a weapon. And this led Vader to the medical facility. Here the injured and maimed were housed. Vader, who has been accompanied by Commander Hock, suddenly paused. Hock was starting to get second thoughts on the assault, and after seeing the carnage, he pleaded with those in the med center to bow down and surrender to the Emperor's will, Vader. At this point, a maimed man with no legs or one arm sat up from his bunk and stared directly at the vicious Sith. The rest of the patients clambered to their feet and stood around the Sith. Most were crippled or close to death, using their last piece of strength and energy to stand against the Empire. This act of courage was lost on Vader. He ignited his lightsaber and began slaughtering the casualties. He cut through them. All of the hatred that he had built during this lengthy siege on the holdout was let loose on these harmless casualties of war. The countless innocents killed during the siege of Ostor were amongst the earliest who would suffer under the Empire. However, over the following years, many would suffer similar fates. But what do you think of Vader's actions during the Battle of Ostor? Thanks for watching, I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please remember to like, share and sub, as it's really appreciated and helps the channel grow, as we're almost on 90,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter @TheLoreGuy for regular updates. Thanks for watching, I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.